I think I want to introduce the judge. Today the judge is coming from Michigantown, Indiana. Her name is Elaine Brovant. I want to make sure I get that right. Now, where's George? George is going to be the ring man. He's going to help her and go from there. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Elaine's background. Again, she's a full-time job executive for Midland Meals and Involuntary Services at EMTs in Clinton County. She is a 4-H Llama judge leader in Clinton County. She helped write the 4-H Llama manual in the Indiana circles. Again, her club had 45 members this year. This year basically started a new class for special needs. Again, she held currently 20. She and George had 24 llamas and alpacas, and they do a lot of training for camels. They trained camels in the past also. Then she talked about, she has shown came of this. Now, I'll go through this a little bit later on how the lineage of alpacas and llamas came from camels. But she is a certified judge for the International Llama Wrestling. Again, she judges fleece, halter, youth, and performance classes. And again, she spends a lot of time one-on-one in trying to make the best better. And in the moments of precious time, she enjoys working with her spinning wheel, creating special memories with her fibers. Again, she shows loving every llama, especially her 5 grandchildren she has. And again, she's also a certified champion certification program. Now, we're going to be having coming in, and their first class coming up will be that of the senior showman. Senior showman is that of grades 9 through 12. And in this class, we have 4 entries. We got Gail Ball, Samuel Bell, Kristen Early, and Megan Early. And here what we're looking at in all these showmanship classes, how do they show their animal properly within the rules. Okay, we're going to combine the intermediate with this class. So the intermediate coming in is Audrey Fulkerson. So we're going to have 5 in this class. That is your class. Again, senior showmanship and intermediate. And the judge will be looking at all the fine points on how to show the animals properly. And then at the end, she will be making comments. You'll notice these people have done a great job, the exhibitors done a great job getting these animals ready. Now, how many, is this the first time you've been to a llama alpaca show? Raise your hand, this is the first time. Very good. How many been to more alpaca llama shows? Raise your hand. Very good, very good. Well, you're going to see some things if you haven't been here before. That's interesting. Again, we've got 2 different styles of animals in the ring there. You've got some alpacas and some llamas. Now, if you look at the ears, if they look like a banana, they kind of curve a little bit, that is a llama. Straighter ears are alpaca. Of course, the llama is bigger, and the alpaca is a little bit smaller. And you notice all this over here in this corner is various paraphernalia they will be using for different classes throughout the day. And up here on the table, I do want to introduce this young lady right here, sitting right here. She is going to be taking care of the books and keeping everybody straight, along with Cindy. Holly Williams, she'll be here, and she's doing a great job so far. I like it.
Yeah. That almost would have been really funny for everyone. That would have taken some people out. I should probably just do that. You just know. You've been fighting this nap for an hour.
Now, following this class, we will have the junior showmanship class doing the same thing with different age brackets.
Maybe he'll do it right this time. I told you to do it right.
Now, one of the things you might want to look at between alpacas and that of llamas, as we look at the llama, they're generally twice the size. And again, probably looking at 200 to 350 pounds. Alpacas, however, a little bit smaller, 100 to 175 pounds, again, depending female or male. Again, if you look at the llama, it has a more coarser coat onto it and a little bit softer inner coat. However, you look at the llama, it produces, again, at the same time, a better quality type of fleece, and at the same time, more desirable in a lot of mills and so forth for alpaca versus llama. So again, you look at the differences. I said earlier, the ears, the size. Again, we'll get into a little bit later some of the differences when we get into the different classes and go from there.
My brother's PS4 is supposed to sell it. This guy's supposed to come here and he's going to show up and but I don't know what he's going to be. All he said was, I get off work at 4 and I live in it. I don't know. His name's Sam. His mom texted me and then he texted me. Just find that song. It'll make him so happy. I don't know. It's because you're a baby. Hurt his feelings. That's it. gotta come in.
These exhibitors, a big round of applause. I wanted to give you a chance to know just a little bit about what I'm looking for today in this showmanship class, because you have some outstanding representatives here. And then I'll tell you how I placed them. But one of the very first things you have, first I'll explain that you have an intermediate showman and you have 4 senior showmen. And I'd like our intermediate showman to step out in front, please. First impressions to a judge mean a lot. And even though she has no competition, my first impression of her was the fact that she was helping another 4-H'er get into the ring. That cannot say enough about how fabulous this club is in working together, in helping each other. And so let's give her a big round of applause for that. In my opinion, she is deserving to win the intermediate class, so congratulations to her. Thank you. And that's your winner for your intermediate. You're going to take the front and center now. All right, give this guy too much trouble. I wasn't planning to show in showmanship until he didn't make the exhibitors meeting because he was too nervous and was elsewhere, like the bathroom. So the judge said anybody not at the meeting had to show in showmanship. And of course you do what the judge says, right? Coming out here totally unprepared, I appreciate his positive attitude, I appreciate his willingness, and I appreciate that he's willing to help his mom out by showing this animal. Let's give him a round of applause. He helped us make a class of 4. He is our 4th place, but thank you so much. That's your 4th place. Your turn. This alpaca wasn't really wanting to walk very well today, wasn't wanting to move. One of the things I look for is trying to get the animal to move. A showmanship is getting the animal to show off themselves the very best that they can. When they're not willing to move as much, it's real hard for the showman to be able to show that they're doing the very best that that animal will do. So the judge can only judge what they see today. One thing I told the exhibitors for the show was that, if their animal doesn't want to work with them today, it's stormy out, we expect them to not always be on their best behavior. They have good days and bad days just like we do. Didn't show any best for you today, but you're still very willing and deserving, and another day you may place higher, but you're my 3rd place winner. Congratulations. This young lady happens to be my 2nd place winner. She was willing to be the first one in the ring. That's not always easy to do. Her animal balked some and didn't want to do it, and she was very patient with it. She was very willing to work with it. The question that I asked these young folks, I know I'm supposed to look at my animals in the pasture, but what am I looking for? And their answers were excellent. I know we've got some good llama showmen, because they all could tell me what they needed to be looking for, and I feel like your llamas in Putnam County are definitely good, safe hands. As far as giving you any suggestions, the animal's young, keep working with him. He's going to move a little smoother and do a little better. When you are walking away from the judge, when they're doing an angle, try to make sure that you walk straight on down at the angle and then come to the back of the line. But overall, very, very good job. Congratulations. And that's something that I wanted to tell the rest of the line, because when you're lined up side by side, or head to tail in a profile, one of the things the judge is looking for is, are you moving on down ready to come? So our line started out way down there, but we kind of ended up back here. So that's something to do better next year, that if you would move up, kind of made a little difference in the placing today too. You didn't have the chance to do that, but you did as they moved up then. Guess who that leaves? You want to bet? Congratulations. This is our senior showman. Not only did she move up the line and get in place where she needed to be, he acted up a little bit, and that's okay. I know he pottied in the ring, and that's maybe not the best, but she handled it very well. And I feel like any other day, this class might be totally turned around. These are my placings for today. Congratulations.
Let's give everybody a big hand. Job well done on our intermediate and senior showman. Coming in the ring next would be your junior showman. And as they enter the ring, coming in the ring for the junior showman, we have coming in the Faith Bell, Haley Heaven, and then we got Ashlyn Kincaid and Allison Skirvin. These will be your junior showmanship, grades 3 through 5. The result of the intermediate show was Audrey Fulkerson was first in the senior showmanship. First was Kristen Early, second was Megan Early, third was Gail Ball, and then Gage Bell was fourth. I would like to mention that Gage Bell is a 10-year member. Let's give him a big hand for being a 10-year member. Kristen Early is also a 10-year member.
Hey, don't give me that whip.
Again, another fact that you see between llamas and alpacas, if you look at the llama, basically it was bred to be a pack animal. And of course, the alpacas were again for the fiber producers. And if you look at the alpaca, generally stands about 34 to 36 inches at the wethers, which is the shoulders, and then the llama stands about 42 to 48. Again, both of these breeds, basically the alpacas and llamas, they do have all kinds of defense mechanisms. They also are a guard dog, if you want to call it, for other livestock, other animals. So they have been bred for either packing, the fiber, plus be able to be in a guarding situation for other types of animals. Now, the first test that you will have as an audience, I want to know, tell me how many llamas do we have? Do we have 1, 2, or 3? How many say 3? How many say 2? How many say 1? The answer is what? Basically 3. How many? All 4, right? There you go, all 4. As we get through the show, if you want to have pictures of Banner Graphics here, Tegan McLean will be over here. Raise your hand, Tegan. She'll be taking pictures out here by the banner out outside for all your winners and go from there. She'll be glad to assist you. So just see her out there and go from there. We also want to thank Janice Fry. She did the printing and so forth of all the banners and trophies. And so she did a lot of work getting ready for this particular show also. Again, our judge today is Eileen Brobaum from up in Michigantown, Indiana. Her and her husband, they raise about 30 llamas and alpacas, and he's here today with her, helping set up and go from there. But we really thank her for coming down and being the heart of our show.
congratulate this group of junior showmen. I'm going to give you a few helpful hints for the whole group, and then I will go out and pull them out in their placings. But one of the things that a judge, and you noticed I kind of moved them around in order, because one of the things that a judge wants to do is to be able to actually look at each animal. And if you are following too closely, then the judge can't see your animal really, really well. So you want to make sure you give some space in between so that the judge gives that very best view of your animal. So that made a little difference in my placings today. I also watched, did they smooth down their wool after I pet? Did they keep their eye on me? And all 4 of them could do a little bit better than that. I think y'all are distracting. They're really enjoying smiling at you guys. But it's great to have smiles on their faces. It's great to see kids being productively happy and busy. And congratulations to this group. And I'm going to go out and congratulate your winner and place the rest of the class.
Let's give them all another good hand. They did a job well done. Again, for your junior showmen. And I'm going to guarantee you'll see these showmen in the years to come as they get up in the junior and intermediate level. So let's give them another big hand for a job well done. Again, the results of that class, number 1 was Allison Skirvin, number 2 was Faith Bell, number 3 was Haley Higgins, and then number 4, Ashlyn Kincaid. Coming into the ring now will be the next class. That will be the obstacle course. Basically, this is going to be the seniors coming in. We got spring showmen coming in. I'm sorry, my fault.
Don't listen. Check off you. Block you out. I know.
Again, we're going for our senior showman.
Heck yeah, dude. Things always do.
We have a signal, and I try to be really obvious about it, but it makes the show more fun. So, you know, judges are always watching you. I pretty much had an idea before these young ladies, all 3, actually came to the ring as to how they showed in their each respective class. And that's something that all of our young people need to remember, is the impression they make the first time is really hard to get past. And so they've all made good impressions. These are your champions in their respective divisions. Give them a round of applause. Judges look at several things, and I like to line mine up different ways because it's confusing sometimes, but I like to do that. One of the things I look for too is everybody lined up evenly with the first person in line, whether it be head to tail or whether it be side by side. So that's something that we kind of looked at too. I actually asked your senior to lead off because I'd seen her do that. I had not seen the younger one. I think you were pretty much in the first of the line for most of your class. So, I wanted to see how that would happen, but it didn't change my mind, and I congratulate your winner.
Let's give her a good hand. Kristen Early got our senior showman again. She's also did a very good job. Give Kristen a big hand. Let's give them another big hand. Job well done for your showmanship class, both beginning and immediate and senior. Okay, now we're going to get set up now for our obstacle course, and we're going to be